begin this hour with some breaking news, and CNN is reporting that a Chinese satellite looking into the mysterious disappearance of that Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 has, quote, observed a suspected crash area at sea. Now, CNN is quoting a Chinese news agency.
Flight 370 vanished early Saturday with 239 people on board on a flight between Kuala Lumpur and Beijing. Let's get more now from our colleagues at CNN.
Certainly there will be, a lot of light debris in the general area if they can track it correctly. But some of the pieces could still be floating. The vertical stabilizer on Air France was floating. A number of them could still be floating.
And how do authorities find them now? Obviously, they go to the region where this image is from. How do they find them if they have sunk deep into the water? Well, you bring in people who are experienced in that field. You drop down remote-controlled underwater vehicles with high-resolution cameras, and you start the search on a systematic basis. And it works. If you've got the general area, the techniques are there that they will find the wreckage.
Now, this development comes as Malaysian officials defend their handling of the search for the plane.
There is a heavy weight on these men. The hunger for anything to help solve this mystery is huge. But at their daily briefing, towards the end of 5 days of searching, they had so very little to tell.
Each time that passes, I fear that the search and rescue becomes just a search. But we will never give up hope.
Those families are simply sitting and waiting. Nowhere is that desire for a lead stronger than here. At sea, 12 countries are now searching an area covering a staggering 27,000 square nautical miles. The east of the Malay Peninsula remains a key focus. On the other side, to the west, 4 zones, A to D in the Straits of Malacca and a 5th, E, in the Andaman Sea, are all being combed. This is the last location where the authorities are certain they picked up the plane's signal, 1:30 in the morning. But today they revealed details of a new potential pinpoint, 45 minutes later, here. But it was just a blip. They can't be sure it was the plane.
And so here at Malaysia's Air Traffic Control HQ, which is now the centre of operations for the search and rescue mission, they're insisting they're doing all they can to find the plane. They say they're not trying to confuse anyone. This, of course, is the place where their last concrete lead came from. It was here that they made that last call to the plane.
And we now have the transcript of that call. The control tower said to the pilots, "We've handed you over to Ho Chi Minh Air Traffic Control." The pilots responded with, "OK, roger, received." That was 1:30. Vietnam never heard from them. And so as day 5 of all this ends and day 6 dawns, so will the realization that the investigation really is no further forward than it was the moment the plane went missing. Mark Stone, Sky News in Malaysia.